Oh, am I sitting okay? Okay, good morning, good afternoon. Let me see. I'm getting ready to, let me see if I can share it to my regular Facebook page or not. Okay, maybe I'll share it later. Maybe I should have, let me see. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Give me one moment and let me put it on my regular page as well because this time I didn't post to my page. So give me 1 second while I do that. So if anybody wants to join in from my regular page, you can. Uh, okay. And yeah, okay. There's a link if anybody wants to join in on my regular page. Well, I'll share it. Good morning, all. Let's see, I am streaming on YouTube. I'm also streaming on Miss Diva Trucker page, and I'm also streaming in the mentorship group. Okay. So I am getting ready to today's topic, and I'm gonna give y'all a few minutes or whatever the case may be. But today's top topic is about um, finding your lows as a carrier, okay? Somebody that has your own authority. So most of my videos that I do is basically geared towards carriers, brokers, agents, okay, owner operators. All right. So if you're in that type of realm or business, that's what I usually do my video geared to. But it's for everybody because one day you will probably have your authority or you may have your brokerage as well. Okay. So all the information you can use for your benefit, if not now, maybe at a later time. All right. So let's get started. Let me see if I can maybe let's see if tracker all destinations, right? So everybody's okay. We're gonna do a hour and a half of training of how to find loads besides the DAT load board and internet truck stop, okay, where you can find loads as a carrier that is beneficial to you, okay? So you got your authority and everything. Oh, okay. Here goes some people. Let me see. Hello, Miss Eva. When will you start another mentorship? I already have a. Hey, Beverly. The mentorship group is on Facebook, and it is either $14 or $29 a month. And what does that get you? For $14.99, you are able to get in a group and you are able to schedule one-on-one with me if you're paying the 29. Okay. All the information that I post is also in let me see, I accidentally removed from the group on Facebook. I requested back. Okay, let me see, hold on. Give me 1 second. Hold on, let me see. Let's go to Facebook. Okay. But yeah, I'm streaming on Miss Diva Trucker, the mentorship page, and YouTube. Okay. Um, let me go to it where it says, do I get a, okay, I'm on the page. Send another request to it because I don't see it. And I don't see it. But uh, here it is. Let me show you where it is. Okay. If you just type in hold on. Let me share. Okay, so if you just type on Miss Diva Trucker page, and I got a couple of pages. This is for the jobs if you're looking for jobs, and this is the training membership. And you just send me a request, but it asks you three questions. Okay, one of them is, are you a member on the join YouTube channel? So if you are a member of the YouTube channel where it says join, and you select one of those $14 or $29 a month, then you send a request to Facebook and I will automatically put you in that group. What does that group allow you to do? That a group allows you to schedule one-on-ones with me. Okay, whenever, because everybody doesn't do the same thing. Okay, somebody may be wanting to be a dispatcher, somebody may be working with flatbed, somebody may be working as an agent, somebody may be working trying to get their own authority. So everybody is not doing the same thing. Okay, so what it is you are able to schedule time with me and we go one-on-one with your situation, whatever it is that you're trying to do, whether you're trying to get your authority, whether you're trying to buy a truck, whether you're trying to find lows, whatever the case may be, it's streamed towards you. But in order for you to have that one-on-one with me, you need to be in the mentorship group. Okay, and you send me questions, you ask me things, and we just go step by step on your journey. Okay, so that's what the mentorship group is. You don't have to be in the mentorship group. If you find that it's not something that's beneficial to you, then you would cancel. You don't have to be in there. Okay, I definitely don't want the $15 or the $29 to be a burden on you. So if it's something that you cannot afford to do monthly, please, you could just look at the videos. If you have a question in here while I'm doing a live feed, then you can ask the question in here. Okay, but the people in the mentorship, those are the ones that I give my one-on-one attention to. All right, so let's go with how to find loads as a carrier. Hey, Ms. Steve, I've been independent for 6 years now. I do a lot of LTL reefer freight. That's good, Lorenzo, because I'm not. And see, what I do also is I kind of stay in my lane, okay, of what I know and what I don't know. If I don't know something, I will try to refer you out to somebody that is more familiar with that you know. But I usually deal with full truckloads. So Lorenzo is a person that if you're interested in, I guess, knowing about LTL, that's a contact that you can find out about. I usually do a full truckloads. Okay, I usually deal with reefer, dry van, flatbed. Okay, those are my things that I do. There's people that specialize in rail freight. There's people that specialize in pneumatic trailers, heavy haul. There's people that specialize in a lot of different things. Okay, but Lorenzo specializes in LTL reefer freight. So that LTL is when you have to piece together freight to make a maybe a truckload, or maybe use a box truck or something like that to be able to move the load as well. I just never got into it. How you like doing LTL reefer freight, Lorenzo? Um, but yeah, what I wanted today to talk to you is about if you are a carrier, okay, and you are having issues, problems as far as finding loads or finding people that you could work with that may have steady freight. And this is maybe also an alternative. Hello, this is Tamara speaking. Can I help you? All right, and you? Yes, but we don't. I don't pay for internet or phones. Correct. Thank you. Bye bye. Okay. I hate them sales calls. But okay, how to find loads as a carrier with your own authority. Okay, once you get your own authority, sometimes the first thing that you go is to the load board, which is DAT and Internet Truck Stop. You get signed up with them. and you look for loads that way. I don't think I ever booked a load on DAT, or I'm not even signed up with Internet Truck Stop. But I want to tell you that there's other ways that you can get loads that you do not have to pay for a monthly price. Okay, one of those places is, and if my carriers are in here, let me know. And if you have some suggestions, also let me know as well. Okay, if you are a carrier and you find yourself getting loads other than the DAT load board or Internet Truck Stop, let me know what works for you. Okay, but I'm gonna show you a couple of my areas when you are getting set up. Okay, if you don't have a dispatcher, or if you are a dispatcher and you are setting up carriers, what is it that you do for them? You're going to, as a dispatcher, you're going to set your carriers up with brokers, okay, or companies, logistic companies, okay. So whenever you are, I will be joining your Facebook page for a one-on-one session, no problem. Um, Whenever you get your authority, you no longer look at you look at companies different. So if you see KLLM Trucking, or if you see Creek Carriers, or if you see Landstar, any trucking company, right? Any trucking company, you are going in as a carrier. So you are going to work on the logistics side. Okay, you are no longer um, working on the company side, but you're looking at the logistics side. So let me give you and everybody has a logistics. Most trucking companies are combined with a broker company, so they do have logistics. Okay, and that is who you work with. Okay. And you can also find their loads without even going to the DAT or Internet Truck Stop, and it will save you money. Okay. So, for example, let's just say that I am a flatbed owner with my own authority, and I'm looking for flatbed loads, right? So, what am I going to do? The first thing that you're going to do is you're going to look for flatbed carrier logistic companies. Okay, so for example, if you work for CRST as a company driver or a lease operator or whatever the case may be, when you get your own authority, you can still work with CRST as on the logistics side and sign up as a carrier. Okay. So now that you know that, now you could think of every trucking company mostly that hauls freight also is not only a carrier where they have trucks, they also have their own logistic company where they also have their own customers. Okay. So when you're moving loads from their logistic company, you're working with their brokers and their agents, okay, with their own customers. So they are able to give those loads to you as a carrier. Okay. Want me to say that one more time? If you have your own authority, and you, before you got your authority, you work for a trucking company, right? So no matter if it's JB Hunt, no matter if it's Swift, no matter if it's Warner, whatever company you work with, most of the time they have a logistic company as well. So when you get your authority, you're not on their carriers, I mean their trucking side, you are now on their brokerage side. Okay, so I'm gonna give you an example. Let's just say you want to be in flatbed. Everybody with me? Okay, so let's just say you was can you see that? Let me know if you can see it or not. I'll try to make it a little bigger. Let me know if you with me. Come on, talk to me, y'all. We are trying to grow our business. We are trying to learn more about our industry as far as getting loads and things like that. So I need you to communicate with me so I know that you get what I'm saying. Okay. So if you are a flatbed carrier, that means that you have your own authority and you're looking for flatbed loads. Okay. Where are you going to find these loads besides the DAT board or Internet Truck Stop? Okay, you are going to go to these companies. So for example, If you're not familiar with ATS is a large trucking company, but they're also a large brokerage. Okay. They also have their own trucks and they have their own agents and brokers that work with them. What do the agents and brokers do? They get the customers. Okay. So they have their own customer freight. All right. Which they have a contract with that shipper. All right. So when they have a contract with the shipper, that means that you could sign up under their carrier side, right? It says, do y'all see that? How to become a carrier. Okay. So if you don't have your authority, then you would sign up under maybe as a owner operator or a company driver, right? But if you have your authority, then you're going to come and sign up as a carrier. So if you're a dispatcher, these are the things that you want to look for. You want to look for people that are in your niche. So don't go out there if you're a dispatcher and your carrier is a reefer truck. You don't want to sign up with ATS. Why? Because ATS don't provide reefer services. They're not a refrigerated company. They're mostly going to be your heavy haul. They're going to be your the big flatbeds. Okay, they're going to be that. Okay, so what you would do is you would go in here to become a carrier. Now, most people they have their carrier packet. So when you're a dispatcher, it's easy for you to sign up with these carriers. It doesn't take you but 5 minutes. Okay, most dispatchers or if you're looking to sign up with people, you're going to be in what is called the RMIS system. Okay, what is RMIS? RMIS is a system where you can RMIS is, let me see if this is right. RMIS is a place where they moved to now part of truckstop.com. But RMIS, what it is where they collect all the information and make it real easy for you to sign up as a carrier with interacting on the internet. Instead of them sending you a carrier packet, you fill it out and you gotta fax it in. Okay, so that's what RMIS does, right? And if you're a broker and you want to all of a sudden start streamlining where you're not sending out packets for them to DocuSign and you got a lot of those and a lot of carrier, you could sign up with My Carrier Packet or RMIS or whatever the case may be, and then send them the link and they can automatically put their information in. Okay. So it will be no more doing it by paper. So for instance, they're going to, hey, Charles, they're going to ask you for your DOT number, right? So you're going to come in here with your DOT number and you're going to submit it. Okay. So it says, this is the MC number. This is the DOT number. And you're going to say, yes, I am the owner of the company. Okay. So they're going to send you a text message to my phone, right? So I get the code. They send a text message. Okay. To make sure that I'm the one that's signing up as a carrier. Okay. So I could put that code in here. Give me 1 second. And this will stop anybody from signing up as a carrier using your authority or your number. Okay. So it's going to tell all about my company, all my information, what kind of trucks I have, where do I want to go, trailer types, cargo that I want to haul, all this kind of stuff. And it also is going to have my payment information and everything. Okay. So all of that stays the same. So whenever, give me 1 second. Hold on. Let me close this for a minute. But for whatever, all that will be in there. And it's going to ask you, do you have a factoring company or no? Okay. So if you don't have a factoring company, right, you put your routing and account number for the business bank account. Okay. and it stays the same. So no matter if I sign up for ATS, if I sign up for Landstar, if I sign up for JB Hunt, if I sign up for whoever, all my information is in there and it's going to remain the same. My bank account and everything. Okay. In order for them to change that, the owner has to be able to change it. Okay. And this is where your payments go to. Okay. So with the factoring, if you're factoring and you sign up with ATS or you sign up with JB Hunt or you sign up with any other logistics company, it is going to go to the factoring company. Okay, because you have a contract with that factoring company and they are going to want you to factor all your bills no matter what. Okay, so if you are not signed up with a factoring company, you're going to put your business bank account, route, and an account number, and you're going to ask how you want to get paid. So right now I'm hitting a save, and their normal pay for ATS is 5 days. Okay, so most like JB Hunt is going to be 24 hours. Some people do same day, but they take out a fee. It may be anywhere between 1%, 3%, and sometimes if you wait, 7 to 10 days, it's no fee taken sign up with a factoring company. They would rather pay you themselves. Okay, so if they have a lot of business, then they will automatically direct deposit the check to you into your bank account, leaving out the third party, the factoring company. Okay, I've been having my authority for over 2 years. I have not signed up with any factoring company. Okay. I usually do quick pay or whatever pay that broker has. Okay. So right now it's saying that with the payment option, it's 5 days normal processing to carrier direct deposit. Okay. And normally we could wait if y'all used to getting paid every week, you could wait 5 days for your payment. You don't have to use a factoring company, right? So I'm gonna confirm that. Another thing it's going to do is it's going to let me see if I can show you this. All right. It is going to show what kind of insurance you have. Okay. And it's going to show your coverage. Okay. Now this is automatically in there, right? I didn't do anything. I didn't put no information in there. Where did they get it from? It pulls it off from when you first initial put it in. Okay. So it's going to tell you my insurance company. It's going to tell you that I have $1 million coverage. Okay. And that is their requirement to sign up with them. Okay. 100,000 auto and 100,000 in cargo. Okay. So I hit continue and it's going to take me to the next page. Okay. This is for you guys that are signing up with logistic companies or the dispatchers that are signing up with logistics companies. Okay. Now, another thing that they're going to do is they're going to send you got to fill out a W-9. Okay. Automatic. You don't have to print it out, fill it out, send it in. All your information stays the same. And all you have to do is just type in a couple of things and tell them about what your business is, sign it, save it to the next. Okay. Then you're going to go here to your contract agreement. Okay. So you are going to agree to their terms. Okay. This is their contract, and this is what you call the broker carrier contract. Okay. About confidentiality, all kinds of stuff. Okay. Then when you get finished that, you save and move on to the next one. Okay. So now look at this. Automatically, the changes to your packet has been saved. Continue. Okay. And it sees customer expectations, and you got to have a tracking. So they will ask you what your tracking is. Are you using what is that? Force Sky, all kinds of ELDs. They'll ask you what that is because they need to make sure that they keep track. Okay. So then you will get this Company Connect. fill that out. Okay, give me 1 second while I do this. So it takes you about maybe what, 5 minutes to fill out a carrier packet. Okay, give me 1 second. I mean, I probably won't even use because I don't have a flatbed, but I'm just giving you a example. Logistics. Okay, my DOT, MC. Also in there, it will ask who is your who is your dispatcher? Do you have a manager? Can we contact you after hours? Okay. Who can we speak to besides yourself? Because some of you people may have dispatchers. Okay. So they're going to ask who do we contact? Where do you want the rate confirmation to go to? So if somebody that is not in my company gets on the phone and calls ATS and they use my MC number or my DOT number, they're going to send over a rate confirmation. Okay. Guess where that rate confirmation is going to go? It's going to go to my email. So if I get an email and it's a rate confirmation, I don't know where it's coming from, I'm gonna immediately call the company and say, either somebody put in the wrong MC or DOT, but this is not my load. Okay. And I've had that happen to me. There's a company out there called Brock Transportation or something like that. And somebody was trying to use my DOT number, my MC number, or my DOT number. And the rate confirmation came to my email. So I immediately called and say, look, I don't know who told you about, booking this load, but this is not my truck, that's not me. Okay. Let's see. Which brokerage company would you like to connect to? I want to connect to ATS Logistics, but they got different brokerage. Okay. Connection type, ELD. And for my ELD provider, I'm going to put down here. For my ELD provider, I will put down here JJ Keller. Okay. And that's how you track. And then I'll put the rest of the information in there. Give me 1 second. So that they will be able to track my truck if I ever do a load with them. Okay. They also have their tracking. Hey, Ida. So that's it, right? So that took all of what, 5 minutes, right? So then the next thing that you're gonna get. Okay, let me share this with you. Okay, the next thing that you're gonna get is, where is it? I'm clicking on the wrong thing. It's going to say, congratulations. You have just completed your carrier packet, and now you are signed up with ATS. Okay, so your payment options, you can get UPS, no cost to you. You can get it direct deposit, rate confirmation, BOL lumper, and direct deposit is free. Okay, so that's why I say you don't have to have a lot of a factoring company if you don't want one. Okay, so now I'm officially signed up with ATS, right? So then I'm gonna go back over here and it says find available loads. All right, so when I go in here, it says become approved carrier. I just did that. Hey Trey, I come over here. I want to look at. I got a mentee that is in Jackson that is looking for flatbed loads, and she is has her own authority. So I'm gonna go to Jackson, Mississippi, right? And I am going to do a search. Okay, so now it's going to tell me. Okay, now it's going to tell me all the loads that are in or around Jackson and how far they are away. So you got 1,343 loads, okay, on February the 1st, and they will see when you call in. So let's just say I click on this load right here. Brookhaven to Mississippi to Saginaw, Texas. Okay, it's 51 miles from where I'm from Jackson. Okay, it's going 476 miles, and they tell you the rate. Okay, so they're going to pay you $1,150 to take this load 476 miles. Now that is negotiable. Just because you see that rate don't mean that you have to take it for there. So what you would do, right, is you're going to call this number, and you already see they want 476. Let's see. 1150. uh So they are paying $2.41 a mile on this load. Okay. What I would do is, you, as a dispatcher or as a carrier, you are going to negotiate that rate for what? A higher rate. Okay. And you are going to develop a relationship with this broker because they got a lot of loads coming out of Brookhaven, Mississippi, right? So when you develop that connection, then you can go back to that same broker if they're giving you a decent rate. Okay. Now this load may be higher than what's on the load board, on the DAT load board. Okay. And you're able to negotiate with them, and you're signed up with them directly. Okay. So you would get their phone number, um, keep notes. So you would develop a database, guys, of the people that you work with. That's about networking. So you're not out there just signing up for, you're not out there just signing up carrier packets for people that don't have the type of equipment that you're looking for. Okay. So if KLLM does reefer freight or refrigerated freight, and you got a flatbed trailer, okay, you wouldn't want to sign up with them. If Landstar is a flatbed and dry van brokerage, then, and you got a reefer trailer, they're not going to have a lot of loads for you to select from. Okay. So make sure when you're signing up your carrier packets, you go with a company that has the equipment that you carry. Okay. So that's how you develop your network and people that you can go to. And you're just not out there just calling CH Robinson and all these kind of other places. You develop, not only do they have their own customers, they have their own trucks. ATS has their own trucks, and they have their own customers. So when they have their own customers, they can give you that load. Okay. Another thing, if you guys are owner operators, right? And let's just say you're leased on to me, right? You're owner operator. Tamara, all the loads that they will let us take is on the load board, and we're only allowed to work with a couple of brokers. Okay. Maybe the person that you're signed up with doesn't know that they can sign up with ATS under logistics. It just gives the owner operators the ability to run and find loads wherever and develop relationships with them, and that way it will keep you profitable. Okay, instead of just signing you up saying, I'm gonna take, okay, you're going to make 70% of the load, and I'm just going to give you access to the load board. Okay, that doesn't work. So if you find like a company like CRST or any of these flatbed companies that you will want to work with, go to the person that has the authority and say, hey, why don't we partner with ATS so we can have access to more loads? Okay. Do you think that ATS will want to partner with you if y'all running 5, 10, 20 trucks, and you may be able to get a higher rate? Yes. Okay. Another thing is, um, another thing is, what else? What else I was going to say? Okay. So, a lot of times on a DAT load board, they don't give you the rate. Okay. But on here, you can click on these, and they will also give you the rate. of what they're working with. Okay, so you will have some idea of what you're looking at. Okay, flatbed step deck, flatbed step deck. Okay, so Meridian, they coming out on the second, third, all these different places because you are a flatbed company, and some of them already give you the fee. You're going to also negotiate your tarping, okay, in it as well. Okay, whatever you got to do extra, you want to negotiate that in your rate. Okay, just don't take 875. Okay, when I post loads, I just put an amount out there and see what bites. Okay, but go ahead and always ask for additional money. Okay, so you see all these loads, flatbed loads. That is one way to go in here and get loads directly from the broker loads from the logistics company. Okay, now let's go over here to and you're not paying nothing. You're not paying a monthly fee. Okay. So who else do we have? Y'all wanted to see a reefer company. Give me a reefer company. Let me see. Let me go to CH. Let me see what CH Robinson. Robinson Logistics. Okay, so let's go in here to CH Robinson. You can always see their loads that's posted on the load board, but you can also, if you go up here to carriers, right, you could become a carrier and you do the same thing. Okay, and you sign up directly. I think you could look for their load. Give me 1 second. Where their load board at? There's a load board. Okay, once you become a carrier, you'll sign in. Okay. And therefore, it will show you their loads for CH Robinson. Okay. Without paying for the DAT load board. Right. So if I'm going here to Jackson, Mississippi, and I am hauling flatbed, right? I'm going to do a search. Okay. And some of these, they will tell you 433 miles from Ripley, Mississippi. But that's a 214-mile deadhead. You got to watch that. So if you're going to take that load, you got to include your deadhead as well. Okay. They're going to offer it for $12.40. You're going to submit a different offer. Okay. You're going to go in here, no touch, drop off here, whatever. They even tell you the pickup location and the drop off. Okay. And how long it's going? It requires a 6 foot tarp. It requires 6 straps. Okay. And you can go in here, instead of booking it, you can make an offer. Okay. Let's go to tell me another, which I want to do, a reefer or a flatbed, a reefer or a dry van. So if I go in here, give me 1 second, let me pull this back up. If I go in here, and I'm same with, let's try another one. Let's go to Bennett. Okay. Bennett is another trucking company, right? And they're also a logistic company. So you're not running on the trucking side, you're running on the logistics side. Okay. So when you come in here, look, and they even have freight agents, but they probably want you to come in with a book of business. Okay. So if you go here, let's see what you have to do to be a freight agent. Freight agents, what you're looking for, apply today. Motor carrier freight agent or broker freight agent. That's just motor carrier should be just move logistics freight agent, sales only freight agent, international freight agent. Okay. And Bennett is a woman owned company. Okay. So Bennett is out of McDonough, Florida, and Bennett does a lot of heavy haul. They do drive away. They do. They have different divisions. Okay, they have. Let me tell you about Bennett. Give me 1 second. Okay, Bennett has open deck, heavy haul. They have power only. Okay, drive in. They do the modular homes. They do government loads. Okay, they do open deck, heavy haul, drive in. Okay, so they got a lot of things. They also have hot shot freight, and they also do. I'm thinking they also do drive away, tow away, drive away, all that stuff. So let's see. If we go under carriers, let me see. It's drive for Bennett. Drive for Bennett. Bennett is right here in see, you can, if you don't have a CDL, a class A, okay, you can also qualify for these positions. Drive away. Okay, this one says you have to have a CDL, but drive away is when you take those RVs and stuff, or you can tow the RVs as well. Okay, you could drive them or you could tow them. So if you don't want to buy a big truck, you can be on their driver team. Secured, what does it say? Arms, now this pays a lot of money. Secure teams, AANE. This is the position that you will see them in those big super sleeper trucks. They're on this because that's the money that pays this. Okay, hazmat. They dealing with ammunition, explosive. You will probably have to have a clearance for that. They make good money because they cannot separate from the load. Okay, they have to be with that load at all times. All right, and they do the heavy haul specialized. So this would be a great logistics company to sign up with, right? So if I'm going here to carriers, okay, what does it say? Register now and sign up as a carrier. It's going to take you all of a couple of seconds. Okay, so if I put my DOT number in here, it's going to say that my company is already signed up. Okay, so now when you go here, to look at their loads, you see where it said view load board? Right? You can go to Georgia and it will show you different loads that they have coming out. Okay, generators, generator engines. These loads pay good money. Okay, so there should not be any reason why you cannot find loads besides going on the load board. And depending on if you could use a hot shot trailer or have to have a full truck or flatbed, can depend on the weight and the length. Okay, we'll decide if you can do it in a hot shot or if it has to be a full trailer. Okay, so what you would do is you would call them or you could send them an email and say, I'm interested in this load. Right? That's just in Georgia. Okay, so if you got flatbed in Georgia, they're out of Georgia, and you're building a relationship. Okay, they have lumber loads, forklift. Tennessee got a couple. Every area is not going to be. I don't know where all they run. Do they? No, they don't run in California. It looks like Mississippi got loads. What about Louisiana? Louisiana got plenty of loads. Okay. So you have to be able to not only find the loads that, if you have the load board access, that's good, but also sign up with these individual companies as well so you can get some sort of like direct access and build a relationship. Okay, let's do PepsiCo, right? PepsiCo is going to be your Frito Lay's. They got all kinds of loads that they said. Okay, PepsiCo is a logistic company. Is this PepsiCo or Pepsi? Just that looks like Pepsi. I don't think I'm signed up with Pepsi. Hold on one second. Yeah, that's it, PepsiCo. Okay, so I'm signed up with them. It automatically, all these companies tell you what you gotta have $1 million general liability coverage. Okay, so since I am signed up with them already, I am going to go here. Okay, and this is their login to their portal to PepsiCo. Okay, so sometimes you would get these loads from a broker, or you could go in here, and if you have the correct credentials or whatever the case may be, you can come in here and find these loads. Okay, you're going to automatically go to shipments. Okay, and you're going to go to or open loads. Okay, you're going to go to open loads, right? Click on open loads, and you're going to go down here and see how many loads that they have in your area, and they got 1,700. Okay, so you would just go in here and click on the load. I'm clicking on the wrong screen. Okay, and you can submit a bid, right? If you're interested in that load. So they would tell you it's a truckload. They would tell you it is the really pickup appointment, and the what kind of trailer you need. It needs a dry van. Okay, so you could go in here and bid on loads. Okay, so instead of you getting it from a broker to give to you or whatever the case may be, you go in here and get them. Does that make sense? Okay. But there's other ones. This is one, it's dry van. They got this is all what, Georgia, Oklahoma, and they got 18 pages of loads. Okay. They have 18 pages of loads. That is another place that you can go get loads. Just sign up for them. They're going to give you a login and a password. You're going to sign up. They send you a thing for the bank. Okay. So they could direct deposit your money in the bank. You'll get that form, and you can sign up with them directly. Okay. They're also, what else? You said refrigerator. Somebody said refrigerated. So you really don't need a factoring company. Nope. You really don't. Okay. Because it just depends on if you could wait on your money. If you could wait on your money, you don't need a factoring company at all. Okay. So for example, let's see, you are working for a company, right? You don't have your own authority, but maybe you're getting 85% of the load and you're working under somebody else's authority, right? And you're out there, you're on the load board, and you're like, I can't find no loads. I can't, they just trash and they not, all this kind of stuff. Okay. Now, like I said, some of your carriers or some of your smaller carriers that don't know how to network with other brokerages or logistic companies, so that, for example, they can also sign up for power only, right? So if you're out there struggling or whatever the case may be, you could tell, hey, let's try JB Hunt power only, or let's try USA power only. Okay. Now USA pay 85%. So your carrier or the person that is has authority, they probably taking out 85%, right? I mean 15% or whatever the case may be, right? So you could still have USA and run their loads, and you can have access to their load board. So you're not on the phone talking to brokers at all. You can just go on a load board, pick the loads. Now, what's going to happen is they're not going to send you directly the money. They're going to send it to the carrier that you're under. So the carrier is going to take out their percentage and then send you a check. And it may work out more beneficial because one, you're not calling 20, 25 brokers, number one. Okay, you're working with one. You're even running their trailers. So you don't even have to worry about having your own trailer. And that might be a fee that you could eliminate a week besides running their trailers. Okay. So now you could do the power only for them as long as you stay in that network. Okay. You got to know the network to stay in. Don't run to a specific state when you know that there's nothing coming out of there. Okay, that's your fault if you do that because you're looking at the money, which may pay $3, $4 a mile going in there, such as Florida, but down now you're sitting in Florida and don't have a load to come out of Florida. Okay, so you got to stay within that network. And when I say the network, if you're running USA, that network is going to be something like Tennessee, Ohio, Indiana. Okay, they got some Texas. Okay, Kansas, Illinois, Kentucky. Okay, so don't go way out the rim. Like even with JB Hunt with their power only, you got to stay in that circle. Okay, because you will find yourself in a situation and they offering low $4 or $5 a mile and it's going out to Las Vegas and you get your behind out to Las Vegas because you want to go out there and have fun, and come to find out they don't got no load coming back. So now you got to either deadhead to California or whatever the case may be to get back in track. So the thing that I love about power only, okay, is not only I get to use their trailers, okay, I get to have access to their customers, okay, which makes it easy, okay, because when you have these big contracts with these big customers and not these little small little shippers, they roll it in there, drop it, going about your way, especially if you run a dry van, okay. They got huge facilities. You go in there, drop your load, go on to your next one and keep it moving. Okay. So you got to do what works for you, but you cannot be out there on that low board just spinning your wheels, not knowing where I'm going from one place to the next. The other thing I like is that I know what my revenue is going to be for the week. Okay. Because I can book those loads in advance. So you already know what you're looking at by the end of the week. Okay. So maybe that's beneficial. A lot of people didn't know that they could do that. They didn't know that if they're under a carrier, that you could sign up. You can have your carrier sign up with these different places. What else was I thinking about? Who else was I thinking about to look at? So we went to Navisphere to C.H. Robinson. We looked at PepsiCo, right? Okay. Landstar, flatbed. Okay, if you're doing flatbed and you in one of their areas and they could broker that load out to you, they can give it to you. Okay, as an outside carrier. Okay, now they have their own customers, and sometimes with their own, if you have your own customer, you could broker that load out to whoever. Okay, but if you're getting that load from another logistics company or you don't own that load, then you can only give it to your own trucks. Does that make sense? Who else is flatbed? What is it? Melton? Let me see if they have a Melton Logistics. It's how exact. Are you in here? Okay. So now we're looking at Melton. Okay. What did I tell you? All companies have a trucking company and they have well, as of right now, the rates are not really that good. Any idea when you could see some? Um, they're saying around March, things should start picking up. Okay, and and this is what I'm saying. This is what I don't like. Hold on one second. I'm gonna show you something. Let's go to this app right here. Okay, um, Truck Smarter. Okay, hold on one second. Let me show you this. Let me show you something really quick. And this is why I don't like the low board. Okay, if y'all know this app, Truck Smarter, right? Okay, let's just say I am at my current location. Okay, which is Wednesday, February the 1st. Current location, right? Atlanta, Georgia. All right, I'll put in here. Let's just put. Let's see. Hold on one second. Okay, I put power only. All right. So I have this app and I put power only. And I'm looking for a power only on this app. Okay. This is why I say I don't like apps coming out and they doing the same thing that other apps are doing. Okay. If you're going to be different, if you're going to make an improvement of this industry, watch these loads was coming on there that giving out to carriers. Okay. So look at this. If y'all see that, you're going to go 2,015 miles from Rome, Georgia to Ontario, California for $2,196. That is insane. Who can do that with the rate of fuel and the rates and buying fuel and things like that? Who can do that? That's $1.04 a mile. You might as well be a lease driver for Snyder. Okay, you will probably get more money, but this is ridiculous because I know this load pays more than that, right? So I don't understand. And what I'm thinking is they got some sort of calculation in there that whatever the price is, they're going to only offer it at this calculated rate. Do y'all know what I'm saying? So I'm saying whatever they're getting for the load, they're automatically taking a certain amount, like 25, 30% off the load, and then they're putting it on a load board. And it's coming out like this. Okay. This I wouldn't even fool with. Okay, I wouldn't even fool with this. And I don't know who are these. Who ever heard of these OFS? I never heard of online freight. What is that? Okay, you're supposed to be better, even with this right here. That load don't run for the 56 cents. What is that? Y'all not booking stuff for that, right? This load don't run for no 56 cents. So this is useless to me, right? If I'm on USA Power Only side, I get to see the rate for what it is, minus 15%. But here, you don't get to see that rate for what it is. You get to see who is running 763 miles for $425. Please tell me. This is the quickest way to go out of business, right here. That's why you cannot use these apps. Okay, you got to establish a direct connection because you will go in the hole with this. You're gonna go straight to the hole, straight to bankruptcy. Okay, and let's just look at one way trailer, 18 cents a mile. They're going. This is what you call a loadout. Okay, that means that they're gonna give you the trailer. You're gonna take it to Far Texas. Okay, and you can put whatever you want in the trailer, as long as it get to Far Texas. What's coming out of Far Texas? See, this right here is a headache. Okay. So if you're going to be different to improve the situation to help improve. But this only looks like we just getting a bunch of brokers and just throwing anything on the low board, on the board. It's free, but what's on here? That's you see anything? $1.16. Okay, with what? Two stops. You don't need your authority for this. We could just be owner operators. Okay, we don't have to have an authority for this. And this right here, $1.61. I don't run lows like that. I don't run no $1.61 with JB Hunt. This is what's on the board. Okay, and it's just it's impossible. It's impossible. They're not getting that for that freight. Not at all. What was we looking at? We was looking at Melton. Melton is what? A flatbed company, right? And so if I'm a flatbed carrier, guess what? I'm gonna go to Melton, and I'm not gonna go to their trucking side. I am going to sign up as a carrier. Okay. So I will sign up. Okay. All carriers within 7 days of receipt of invoice and proof of delivery without any hidden fees. So within 7 days, they're gonna pay you all your money. Okay, you don't have to worry about your factoring company because they're gonna they're gonna pay you direct deposit into your bank account. So that's just a little bit of money that you can save because every bit helps, right? And you just go through here and sign up. If you're not using load boards, you're going directly to the logistics company. Which one is the? Oh, somebody sent me an email yesterday. Give me 1 second. Let me. Uh, I clicked the what's the name, but give me 1 second. Let me show you something. Hold on. And then once you sign up, they will automatically start sending you loads. Okay, the company will automatically start sending you loads in your area and saying, "This is what I have available. Let me know if you're interested in this." But something like this, logistic companies. That's why I say, and if you're a carrier and a broker, if you can't get in there as a broker, you could definitely get the load as a carrier. There's more than one way to skin a cat. Give me 1 second. Let me go back to somebody sent me an email yesterday. And this is a logistic company that has loads. Give me 1 second. Okay. This is it right here. Let's see if we can look at it. Okay, give me 1 second. Let's see. Share, share, share. Okay, this is Manco Logistics available loads. Okay, they have drive in and right out of Atlanta. Okay, they have drive in flatbed, and power only. Okay. So once you sign up with these companies, they're going to automatically start sending you their load list. And all you have to do is call in and say, my MC number is da 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 da, this, that, and the third, and ask them what the rate is. Okay? They'll start sending you out these directly. What else can you do? You can call shippers in your area. If you're a carrier, okay? If you are a carrier, you can call shippers in your area. Okay? Let's just say, hold on one second. Some of the big companies will have third party logistic companies where you will have to go through the third party logistic company in order to get the load. They don't manually like work with individual carriers that way, which is not a problem. All you have to do is sign up with the third party logistic as a carrier and you will be able to run the company's loads. Okay. Some of them, what load board is that? This is not load board. This is not low board. This is just an email that they sent. I'm just that I'm signed up with, so they send you over the loads. Okay, to the carriers that are signed up with them. Okay. Another thing is I like to use let's see, Freight Friend. Okay. This is a little low board, and this to me, I would use this like as to network, okay, with other brokers, to see what they have, right? So if I put my login and password in here, I'm just clicking on the wrong thing. Freight Friend, okay. This is free. You don't have to pay for it. All right. So I'm just waiting on it to come up. But anybody that you can work with, you can work with directly. You can work with Ryder. You don't have to, get it from somebody else that has Ryder loads. You can sign up directly with them and work with them. So you got here. What you do here is you have your friends, okay, your freight friends, okay, and you sign up. And what you do is you send them out a request to be friends with them, okay, and then they will accept your request. So these are brokers or agents that are with these different companies, right? And you can look and see what kind of loads they got. So if I want to search for loads, and I have a flatbed trailer, okay, it's just taking a little bit to come up. But if I have a flatbed trailer and I want to look at, hey Wanda, I want to look at logistic companies that offer flatbed. Guess what? BNSF Logistics. Okay. So what you would do is you could go on more information, give them a call. If you're not signed up with them, sign up, get the reference number, and see what they have to offer. Okay. I know diesels pay good. Okay. If I was with refrigerated, reefer, the internet up here is slow. Ah, okay. Here's some refrigerator loads. And some of them will also, give me one second. some of them will also give you the rate of what they're looking at, so you'll have some kind of idea. Like for instance, who is this? This is Traffic Tech, right? They got a load picking up in Port Whitworth, Georgia, going to Lancaster, California. I would not take it for no 2,800. This is just, you can negotiate with these, okay? But it gives you a contact person, a reference number about the load if you wanted to talk to someone about it, okay? Picking up on whatever. This is the phone number for Martin Transportation. Okay, so that's a different way. You can get your loads through email. Um, you can go on whatever load board that they have. Okay, I think the CRST has a load board that the brokers post on there. Okay, just like that. That's flatbed, right? So all you would do is go to carrier opportunities, right? Sign up as a carrier. Set up as a carrier. They are requesting that you have 3 months of common or contract authority, a minimum of $1 million liability. Get started. Find freight. Okay. So if you are doing flatbed and you are out of, they don't have Mississippi, but you're out of Georgia. Okay, it's going to tell you the loads, all equipment. They got van loads. Where are they mostly out of? Where they mostly run? California on the West Coast. Okay, so if I'm out there on the West Coast, they got some in North Carolina too, but California looks like they have their majority. And what these are their own customers, okay, that the brokerage can post out and anybody can run them. Okay, anybody can run them. So all you do is give them a call, request a load information, put in your carrier name, whatever the case may be, and send them a request. Okay, so there's a lot of other ways that you can get loads besides being on a load board. And what that entails is that you go with your niche. So if my niche is power only, if I'm a power only carrier, I'm not going to sign up with Bennett or these other companies that don't really have power only. Okay. If I am a reefer trail, if I have a reefer trailer, I could sign up with like KLLM. I can sign up with Stevens. I can sign up with all the major companies that have reefer trailers. That's who I would want to sign up with, right? Because they have their own customers and they're able to give you that load. Okay. And also, it may be a little bit more when you're working with them directly than what you would find on a load board. But what I see right now, this is just crazy. This don't make no sense. I don't understand how, if y'all look at this load board, how in the world you gonna run for this? Okay. And I'm talking about, let's just, maybe it's the area. Maybe Georgia ain't popping. Okay. Let's go up here to, let's go to Chicago. And what you can do as well is you can call these, you can sign up with them directly, and maybe it will be higher than what they're posting here. Right. Now, Nolan would be somebody I sign up with, right? Because you see, Nolan power only, 673 miles. They paying $2,250, $3.34. But Snyder, they want you to go to California for $3,000. We wouldn't even bother. Okay. Who is this? Freight Tech, 50 Cent. Why post it? Why put it out there? Because they think somebody gonna take it, right? These are $300 lows. Ooh. Oh, that's my alarm. Somebody just went to my house. Must have knocked on the door. Okay. My security alarm. Okay, what questions? Are those companies you're mentoring offer cheap freight? That's why anyone can pull their loads. There's nothing popping anywhere. Okay. You're mentioning offer cheap freight. Okay. But you also have there are some places out there that do offer, well, I'm on 80% with JB Hunt and I ain't going nowhere. And it ain't no dollar, $1.50. It ain't no $2 a mile. Okay. You see it for what it is. But which brokerage is good to use for a team power only? Um, hmm. Expedited, whoever's doing expedited. XPO. And if you say that nobody has good freight, then okay, they don't have, nobody has no good freight. I'm not going to argue the point. I'm telling you, I don't run for that. Okay. I don't get out my bed for less than $2,000. And it ain't going no 1,000 miles either. XPO Logistics. Hey, Sheila. Teams is going to be expedited. Who's ever doing expedited freight? It could be Panther. It could be XBO. It could be. I just found out that GP Transco has a brokerage service also for carriers. Yep, Transco. Let's pull them up, and it would be logistics. Everything that you're doing as a carrier. All you have to do is type in logistics. So if it's GPO, you're going to put in GPO logistic company, okay, to get their brokerage. All right. So let's go under here. Let's go to their website. Okay, there it is. So when you sign up for GPO, and if you work for them and you like the company, okay, they treat you fairly or whatever the case may be as a owner operator or as a company driver, whenever you get your own authority, you can come and sign up as a what? A carrier. Okay. They have a carrier portal. They will give you a login and a password. Okay. So if you like working for the company that you was working with, there are good lows. Beverly said they are good lows. You can't settle for mediocre, and that's what you get. Yeah. So you got to be able to do a little digging, a little research. You got to be able to talk to people because I'm a broker, right? So if I have lows, I know my lows ain't no dollar and something a mile. Okay, I could tell you that right now. I got flatbed loads. They're not $1 a mile. They're not $1.80 a mile. Okay. I'm looking for something over $3. Why? Because I got to be able to take a percentage out, and I got to be able to give the carrier as well. Okay. And I can't do that on $1.80. The loads will sit there all day. Okay. So they are good loads out there. You just have to dig a little deeper and find where they are. You can't tell me out of thousands and thousands of shippers and 3PLs and all this kind of stuff, you can't find a profitable load. If you're looking at the load board and you see it's 50 cents and $1, guess what? We're going to have to come off of that. We're going to have to do our own research. You a carrier, you have your own authority. Okay, do you think trucking companies like CRST and all these other places, you think they sitting on the DAT load board looking for loads? No, they're developing relationships with other either brokers or their JB is offering 78% to me. Okay. They went to 70%, but because they lows was good. I don't care about 70% if I'm getting $4 or $5 a mile. Okay. And I don't have to sit at the dock. I could drop that trailer, pick up another trailer, and keep it moving. I don't try to convince anybody that this is the best thing since sliced bread. Okay. But this is what's worked for me. It keeps my business rolling in the positive. Okay. So that's what you got to focus on. What keeps your business rolling in the positive? Okay. Jay Charles says, what are your thoughts on port loads, twick loads? I don't, that's not my, I can't speak on it. And the reason why anything that I would say about port loads and container loads and all that kind of stuff, I would be ignorant to the fact because that's not my specialty and I don't work with those. But you can make, I've heard, good money with the port loads because if you couldn't, why would people do it? You know, they must be doing some good. I saw somebody recognized me. I think we was at the McDonald's or something at a truck stop. And I asked them, I said, well, what are you doing? What kind of work you do? And they said, Tamara, I run the ports. You know, I run the ports. I said, you doing it locally? And they said, no, you could take that container, out of state or whatever the case may be, and they get paid very good money. So it's like whatever works for you, you got to find out what's your niche. If you're going to run a port loads, you got to have your UIA, okay, to do that. You can't run it without. But if it's beneficial, it makes sense to you. You see a lot of port drivers, they already pay, their equipment is already paid off. Okay. You see them running local loads and older trucks. Okay. They don't have to pay a high fuel bill because they're not running over the road. They don't have to pay a truck note because their truck been paid off. A lot of them already know how to work on their trucks. Okay. So they're saving on repairs. Okay. A lot of these things, like I said, when you have your own truck, you got to make friends with people that know how to work on a truck. That will save you a lot of money. And when you're on an operator or somebody that owns their own authority, every little light that come on, you cannot be just calling out mobile repair. You got to figure some stuff out on your own. What's serious, what's not, what to take care of when you are home and on the road. So when you get out there, you're not having these problems. Okay, you got to sign up with the same people that they sign up with. Another thing I would tell you, if you're a company driver or you're a lease on operator, make friends with the people that's in the mechanic shop. Okay, because they don't make a whole as much money as you would think that they make at the TA and at the where they working at. Maybe it's JB Hunt or KLLM, or make friends with them. And if something goes out like a sensor or whatever the case may be, you got their phone number. Hey, you mind if you can come over here and put this sensor in for me for a couple of $100? Okay. They have the machine that tells you, if you ain't got that machine that tells you everything about your truck, can do a force regen while you out there on the road. You have to take care of your equipment. You can't play when you are a owner operator or somebody that's in your own business. You got to move differently. You can't move like everybody else. And that's why you have to find your niche. You have to find ways that you can network with people, partner with people so that everybody is winning. And you can't tell me that you, as a carrier, cannot call shippers directly in my area. What I would do is I would start in my area and I would look and see who got trailers. And if it's, Frito Lay or Wayfair, whatever the case may be, you can partner with Wayfair. If you got a little box truck business, you can get on their page and send them a request and let them know that you got a little warehouse that you can keep some of their furniture in, and you got 4 or 5 box trucks, and you would like to partner with them, because what you will be doing is you will be getting the furniture that they have to a smaller warehouse, but it's going out locally. Okay. And you're taking it, to the delivery system or whatever they have. Okay. You could partner with a lot of people. You have to think outside the box. Now, if you just look at the logo and say ain't nothing out there, it's just cheap loads and ain't no loads nowhere, then it is what it is. I'm not going to argue the fact. But if you want to be in business and you want to be able to be profitable and stay profitable in business, you got to be creative. You got to look where ain't nobody else is looking. Okay. And that's a reason why people that is sitting in profit and they making good, they ain't gonna argue with, they gonna let you say what it is. Whatever you say it is it is. Okay. And a lot of people just don't know, to be honest, just don't know. I have people call me all the time. And I said, well, why you not doing this? Why you not doing that? What? You mean I could do this? Yeah, you got your authority. You got just as much power as I do. Well, you scared what they're gonna say? You'll never know if you don't pick up the phone and ask. Hey, my name is Tamara, and I'm owner of Lewis and Lewis Logistics. Hey, we have 1 truck, we have 5 trucks. I want to know, how can we partner together? What can I do to run your loads? Okay, because you see the load board is not working. Okay, you see that the freight is $1.25 and $1.50. Okay, you cannot do that and sustain yourself for a long period of time. All right. So you're gonna have to think outside the box and say, okay, let me just look around and see what shippers. Give me a shipper. Shippers in my area. Okay. So let's just do this. Let's just go to my Facebook page. Let me just pull up a shipper list real quick. Give me 1 second. You got to be optimistic in this game, or it will eat you alive. Best believe. You got to figure out ways to have longevity in this industry. Okay, let's just say, okay, I got my shipper database. Give me 1 second. What time is 1:28? Okay, we should be getting off of here pretty quickly. All right, let me pull up a shipper database. Let's go. Where is it at? It didn't come up yet. Oh, that's why. Okay, hold on. Let me click on it real quick. All right, let's look at one of these little databases. Right, let's pull up one. All right, so any shipper. Pilgrim's Pride Corp, Petco Farms. Okay. Let's go to where they at in Tuscaloosa. Okay, let's pull up Petco. You're gonna find out if they work directly with, how do you spell it? If they work directly with brokers, or do they work directly with carriers, PECO farms? And where they at? In Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Now they have different areas, right? So they have different locations. Okay. So when I look at them, I'm gonna pull them up, and I want to make sure that they're a shipper, right? I want to see what kind of hold on, let me zoom in. Okay, I want to look at their warehouse. Okay, I'm looking at their trucks. I want to see, do they have big company trucks that go in there, or do they have owner operators that go in there? Okay, I want to look at what's around in the area. Okay, I want to see, are there any other? I don't like that one. Give me 1 second. Let me. I know Petco got some other places. Petco Farms. Okay, this is the main one. Petco Foods, Alabama. Uh-uh. I know they got a main one somewhere. Okay, here. This looks like a shipper. Okay, so I want to look at what kind of trailers they got going in there, right? So I'll know before I call. Don't look like they have reefer trailers in there, right? So I look at what kind of shipper they are. I'm looking to see if there's like big names on them or whatever the case may be. Let me try this one. And all I do is, once I find somebody that I want to call, is I just Pilgrim's Pride. Pilgrim's Pride. I'm familiar with them. That's refrigerated pea. Oh, that's a chicken place. Okay. That's their website. And sometimes when they're a big company, they will tell you also how you can get in touch with them or whatever the case may be. But before I go there, I would definitely go to like maybe their area in Pinkles Park, or it's in Atlanta, Georgia. Or we could just call them. Hold on, let's just call 'em. We don't know what to call 'em. Hold on. 128 Pilgrims Pride Court. People love to tell you information. Is that a regular phone number? Okay. Pilgrim's Pride. Nobody's answered that phone. Let me see. Edie's Ice Cream in Jacksonville. EDY. But that's why I tell you, when you're looking for shippers, do this at night or whatever the case may be, so that you already have your list of whatever you want to, whoever you want to call the night before. You done already looked at them, right? So you're gonna go and look at. We're looking at the. I want the distribution center. Let's see if this is it. No, that looks like somebody's house. I will be looking at their distribution center. What I do is I go and I look and see what kind of place it is, right? And oh, no problem, Charles. I'll go in there and look and see what kind of place it is, and I will um, um, give them a call and introduce myself and say I'm a carrier in your area, and I was looking to run your loads, and I was wondering how I can sign up with you. They may say that they have a 3PL. They may say that they don't work with carriers, they just work with brokers. They may say whatever. They may say, just give me your email, and when we have something, we could send it over to you. Okay. But you don't know until you ask. Where there's a will, there's a way. Any questions for me, guys? It's an hour and 30 minutes before I get on my merry little way. So we today what we did was we looked at other ways on how to get freight besides the DAT load board internet truck stop. Okay. A lot of these companies they do partner with the load boards and things like that, but you can also go to their load boards and not have to pay anything. Okay. So I hope this was helpful for you. And I hope it should be helpful for you if if you have your own authority and you out there looking for it. You know, you can even have your dispatcher call to set you up with different places and try to get you to, I mean, what you paying on what, 5 to 7% a week, right? So have them be making these calls for you to set you up with new business instead of them picking loads off the load board and tell you, oh, that's all they have. They don't have anything else, right? They getting what 15, 10%. Have them make some calls. Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me see something. And the ones that's out there that's doing good, and you know how to find these lows, and you know how to work with these shippers, and you know how to develop your connection and network with people, you know, kudos to you. Keep doing that. Okay, we know what it is. We don't try to convince other people. We know what it is. Okay. Okay. So when people tell you that there's no loads out there anyway, there's no loads out there anywhere, believe them. Say, okay, all right. It got to be because people wouldn't be just running for nothing. I would hope not, right? So when I tell you why I do 80%, right? I can tell you that these loads are not on the board for this amount. Okay. I can tell you that Ohio, you know, some people's objective is um, to make sure they're not in the hole every week. Okay. Right. So this is what I work with. Okay. Don't leave the house for less than $2,000. Whatever works for you works for you. Your own journey is your own journey, but make sure whatever it is that you're doing, you are being profitable at it. All right. Um, There's no good or bad way. It's just a way that works for you that you're able to see a profit at the end of the week. You can either pay your driver, keep everything afloat until things get better. You have to adjust. Okay, things change. Sometimes you may have to put your authority on pause and say, hey, I'm going to do 75 or 65% of contracted freight because I'm still going to make a profit at the end of the week. And then once everything goes back, shifts back the other way, then I'll go back to whatever it is I was doing. Right. So you're going to start making direct contact. So if you are a carrier out there, what are the things that you're going to do? You're going to start looking around in your area to make direct contact with people, with shippers. Okay, let them know you are a carrier. What do they need? They probably need a copy of your insurance. Okay, and you could sign up with them. Okay, if you are a owner operator that is working for a carrier, such like as somebody that you done signed up on, and they're giving you maybe 75 or 80% of the load, and you don't, and they don't have their own customers, you can say, hey, can we sign up to some of these power only, or can we sign up to these companies that may have decent rates? Because everybody ain't running for $1 and $1.50 a mile. I don't care what you say. Okay, that may be you, but everybody ain't running. We trucking companies would not be able to survive if they was doing 50 cents a mile. Okay, they wouldn't be able to do it. So somebody's out there making money. You just have to do your research and figure out how can you be a part of that as well. Whether you are a one truck operation or a 5 truck operation or a 10 truck. And maybe your business model is not to have your own authority. Maybe your business model is to lease on. You can make money leasing on. You ain't got the overhead. There's plenty of people that lease their truck on and they have 4, 5, 6, 7 trucks. They may have 5 trucks over here at Landstar. They may have 3 trucks at Mercer. You can run a whole trucking company under somebody and be just as happy as anything else. And know that if something happens, you still okay. Okay. All right then. Do you have any questions before I leave? Good companies to sign up as Dryban. Dryban, you got JB Hunt. Dryban, you got Landstar. Dryban, you got what? Knight Swift. Refrigerator, you got CR England. You know, CR England has logistics. Okay. So as a person with your authority, you are looking at logistic company. It's been a pleasure. I've signed up to join the mentorship for a one-on-one. As about on YouTube, if there's something else. No, if you signed up on the YouTube channel, go over there and request me on Facebook. I will add you and just send me a message of when it's a good time. I will also give you my personal phone number so that you can reach out or text me and let me know, hey, can we talk for a little bit? Okay. And I'll be more than happy to do your one-on-one. Other than that, if you're not a part of the mentorship, if you're not signed up in there, then if you have a question, put it in the comments. Who's the XBO? Okay. All right then. Well, other than that, peace, love, joy, and happiness. I'm out of here and I will talk to you guys later.